yes sir, what's up? It's your boy Quizzy the Great, and I'm your host for today. And today we're gonna be talking about whose fault really was it really for the Eagles Super Bowl loss. Was it Nick Sirianni? Was it Jonathan Gannon? Or was it the offense or the defense? Really, my take on it, I gotta say, how can I put this? Really, I gotta put it on, in the second half, I gotta put it on coaching because I feel like they wasn't ready to play coming up out of the, I don't know what that was, but yeah. Coming up out of the halftime, I feel like they just came out flat on defense. And as the game was going on, when we got the ball back, I think in the fourth quarter, it was the fourth quarter, like 10 minutes to go, and it was like 4th and 2. And I was saying to myself, I was like, man, the game is right here. If we don't go for this, we're gonna lose. Because how the defense was playing in the second half. Now, grant you, Jalen Hurts, he did have that one turnover, but I feel like it wasn't his fault because he made back up for it. And then another thing, right before the half, I think it was the play with Devontae Smith where he caught the ball and they said it wasn't a catch. Now, like, I don't know what the officials were saying, but there definitely was a catch. I feel like they cheated us right there. And all game, like it was going tit for tat. Like you could say they missed some calls on us against the Chiefs. Like the Chiefs could have got some calls, but overall, like if you really watch that game, I just feel like Kansas City is not better than us, like in no shape or form. Like Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes, but still, like if you just watch that game, bro, like if we was on a good field, like with no water, it wasn't so wet, like we would have blown them out. Like you could see it in the beginning of the half, like we just couldn't get to them. Like all year we was destroying every quarterback, but we just couldn't. All of a sudden, we just couldn't hit the quarterback in that game. I just don't buy it. So I still want to say it's on the defense just because, regardless of the field being wet, like you're still supposed to take care of business. And ultimately, I want to give out most of the blame to Jonathan Gannon because, like, we just got out coached. Like he didn't know what he was doing, and then like it was like one of the plays where the Kansas City Chiefs. They was at the goal line, and they ran the same little play to Kadarius Toney, and like I can say this as an Eagles fan, like man, I never in my life felt so embarrassed of how my defense played because like on one of those plays, like Darius Slay, he just looked lost. Like I couldn't believe it. Like it was crazy. It kind of seemed rigged. But I don't want to say rigged because people say, bro, y'all won all the other games, so I guess they rigged. But nah. But at the same time, I just don't understand. Like the most important game, we come out like that. We look like amateurs, really like beginners. Like I just don't understand it. Like Slay looked so lost. To me, that was his worst game of the season, and that's just my opinion. Even though he had a couple of wishy-washy games, but I just felt as a whole, I kind of knew. Like with Jonathan Gannon, I felt like his scheme was gonna catch up with us eventually, and I felt like the Chiefs had an advantage because the rumor was going around saying that the Chiefs they was already practicing on the field before the Super Bowl, and I feel like they had an advantage with that. And then another thing too, like it kind of seemed weird because none of their cleats, they changed none of their cleats during the game. Like you saw on our sideline, we had tons of shoes just piled up, and I just don't understand that. But like, as far as like, I'm gonna give most of the blame on Jonathan Gannon because I feel like he just didn't prepare them, and I feel like he didn't really care in a sense. I just felt like because once the game was over, like dude didn't even speak to the press conference, like to me that's a coward in my eyes, because like you're not supposed to leave no organization like that. That's just like leaving a bad relationship or a relationship and you not explaining the reason why you want to leave. you just leave, or you write a letter and say, oh, it's over with. Like, come on now, like, you gotta have some type of integrity. But like, for me, I gotta put all the blame, most of the blame on Jonathan Gannon and on the coaching staff, because in the second half, it's just it's unacceptable. Because, and for one, with Nick Sirianni, like I was going back to y'all, like I was saying back on in the fourth quarter of the 4th and 2, like I was saying, we've been going for it the whole game and the whole season. Like, for instance, like in the Giants, I get it, they the Giants, but still, like, it was a 4th and 6. We went for it. I think we threw like a go ball to Smitty. He scored like on both the corner and the safety. Like, and then prior in the beginning of the first half of the Super Bowl, like, we was going for it on 4th down. So at the most crucial point, you see that your defense is not stopping. It's not stopping Patrick Mahomes, and you know that Jalen Hurts can get 2 yards. Why not go for it right there? If you believe in him so much, why not put the ball in his hands right there? And that right there, if we would have got that 4th and 2, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. The 4th and 2 in the fourth quarter is like 10 minutes to go. We had the ball. It was right before. It was the play right. It was the series right before. It was in the next series where we kicked the ball and they got all the way back down to the goal line. That's the play that I'm talking about. The series that I'm talking about. So, I feel like if we would have went for it and we would have got the ball, we would have scored on that drive and the game would have been over with, because they was not going to stop us. They could not stop us. Granted, their defense played a little better than us, but I just don't feel like their defense as an overall, as a team, the Chiefs are not better than us. And I feel like when we play them this season, we're gonna blow them out, because the field is gonna be dry, and it ain't gonna be no excuses. But I mean, that's just my take on it. And another thing too, you see, I got the Hurts season hat on. Shout out to my boy LB. He a major inspiration why I started a YouTube channel. Like, he was one of my first content creators that I saw on YouTube after the Super Bowl, the year that we won. That's when I really started getting on YouTube. He the really reason why I inspired to make a YouTube channel. So shout out to you, LB, and Philly 500 too. I really watch everybody, but LB my favorite YouTube content creator. But and another thing too, I just want to shout out to all the 17 subscribers that I got. I appreciate y'all for giving me y'all time, just looking at my content, even though it's not really much. But I just want to thank y'all, and share some of your feedback. Like, if it's some things that I need to improve in, like, let me know in the comment section, and I do my best to try to make better content for y'all, because I really don't know anything about really like YouTube and like how the editing going. I'm trying to grasp that right now, so bear with me, be patient with me. I promise y'all I'm gonna make better content for y'all. Leave a like in the comment section, and share this video if you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan. At the end of the day, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. And I'm out.